Hey everybody, today on Feathers Off Road I've got something a little bit different, more of a ride video, but I've been out checking out different parts of the Utah BDR and I ran a section in reverse and I wanted to make a video of it, so it's going to be a little longer. I'm going to add some chapters and things like that, but I ran section 5, which goes from normally Currant Creek Reservoir to Evanston, Wyoming, and then it cuts back for section 6 to go up to Garden City. So I ran it in reverse. I rode up to Evanston, started there, and ran backwards towards Currant Creek. Part of the reason I wanted to do this is, one, I've never ridden the entire thing. I've just hit different parts of it over time. And two, I wanted to show for people that are interested in going on the BDR, maybe a little bit of what it looks like in certain sections. I know there's other videos even brought to you by the BDR guys themselves that show this, but I wanted to show a little bit, just a shorter glimpse maybe. This is very similar to the Trans-Euro Trail system, if you're familiar with that. This group, Ride BDR, has created a bunch of state routes that cross entire states or regions. So I wanted to show what this looks like in July. So at this point I'm just headed south out of Evanston. There's a paved road that goes for a ways that goes around some farms and different stuff out that way. Not a lot of cars. I did pass a bike or two on my way out, but it stays paved longer than I expected. Eventually you do find some dirt. At the beginning it's not real challenging. Just kind of this, road they're taking trucks on. There's some natural gas stuff out here and farmers' fields and that kind of thing. I was trying to do some narration here, but the KTM engine is just so loud. I got to figure out something better for my audio. But what I was saying is I haven't aired down my tires yet for the dirt. I had some comments in another video of people saying, do you air down your tires or don't you? And I always have. On side-by-sides, dirt bikes, whatever, I've always aired down. And I wanted to try some of these sections with like highway pressure, think 38 PSI kind of pressure. And what I found was I really was not having as much traction. I definitely was sliding out. Later in the ride I did eventually lower them, but I went for quite a long time with higher pressure.
Oh, there it is. So this is the southwest corner of Wyoming. Little monument there. So this is where Utah and Wyoming meet. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Pretty though. There's a moose. I scared him. He was taking a drink. He's like, screw that sound. It's a bowl. Alright, go get eaten.
I would say this is where the meat of the ride began from a dirt perspective. Now remember, I am going in reverse, so meaning in a normal path, the very end of your ride is going to be a lot of pavement. But this is where I kind of started to leave the farms behind and got into some of the high Uintahs on the north slope.
Okay. First big intersection. I am wet. Looks like we're going straight and then left. Look over that. Haven't seen anybody for a while. Alright, I was afraid of another river crossing. This one, I think, is deeper. Wanted to come look though. I can see rocks all across that far edge, and I can see rocks here through the middle. Ugh. Definitely goes down. I think this is okay. Oh, then I think it's... I don't know if there's a way around. I'll check. Otherwise, I think the line is aim at those rocks. Try not to tip over. Alright, I'm sorry, but I'm chickening out. I don't know if it'll show up on this map, but the red line is actually the expert part of this track. I'm pretty sure I can make it through, but I'm alone and this is a heavy bike and I don't have cell service, so I'm gonna look for this purple line and go the normal way. I might actually go up and check out this Whitney Reservoir. I've never been up there. Somewhere here to the right, so sorry, no fail intro for this one. Lunchtime, 12. This is nice. I've never been up there. There's a picnic table on that one. Whitney Reservoir.
So after you drop down from Whitney Reservoir, you connect back into the paved road. This is called Mirror Lake Scenic Byway. It goes really high, 10,700 feet, something like that at its highest. And it's a super pretty ride. Keep in mind this was done in July, first week of July. Still a ton of snow up here. Rivers are high, lakes are full. And this is an awesome ride, but this is actually a fairly long paved section. There's a whole bunch of campgrounds, bunch of recreation areas and that kind of thing. Could be worse ways to eat lunch. So when you finally get off Mirror Lake Highway and get back onto the dirt road, you're in an area that we call Soapstone. Goes up and over to another paved road, which we'll show, but this area is super popular for camping. There are some 2-track trails up here, some single track up here, but the roads that the BDR follow is pretty much the big trailer roads. Some of the audio commentary that I was trying to do while riding, which doesn't capture, is just saying like, this is the area where you really gotta not go too fast, because good chances are during the summer you're gonna come across probably a lot of campers, trucks and campers, and even bus style campers up here.
There's so much snow this year. Pretty much flat. Yeah, it's amazing. I would say if you're gonna do, I'll have to look at the BDR route. Like, they're gonna tell you to camp around up there. So this will be great. Up over there. That's kind of the flat top where I just was. And off to my left, going south. Go off to the east back there.
So when you come down from Soapstone, you connect with another paved road called Wolf Creek Pass. And this is another scenic byway that's an awesome ride, on a daytime ride, paved ride. But you're just making a short paved connector from Soapstone over towards Currant Creek. This is at most 2-3 miles. All the roads from here to the end of the video are going to be this wide, smooth, graded road meant for trailers and campers and logging trucks and all that. This is the connector from Wolf Creek Pass up towards Mill Hollow and eventually continuing all the way down into Currant Creek. There's nothing real technical on most of this. I would say, again, the danger here is oncoming traffic in either direction. As you come up over the top towards Heber Mountain, a lot of times this logging road is closed. The BDR makes the assumption that it's always open. Now there's ways to get around it. There's a number of roads to get around it, but this is one area where I'd be surprised if people have never gotten caught by this gate up here, because it seems like for me it's always closed. When it's open, it's a great view, but that's pretty rare.
We're going up the good old Heber Mountain. This is the logging road. And the dogs are smiling. The BDR would have to go right through here, but like I said, a lot. Okay, I had to stop because I had like flies in my helmet or something, but you can see this trail off behind me. There's some great single track that I've done. I think the turnoff to Heber Mountain is up ahead. I might take a detour and do that because it's nice. It's a nice view. But it's been a good day so far. Ooh. That was a big rock. Maybe that'll be the intro. I didn't kill it. Deer. Just saw it run by. I don't know if that's on camera. I'm at 109, 110 about since Evanston. So depending on your mileage, you might need to think about gas. I don't think going down to Currant Creek is that long. I know they have some gas stops in the BDR stuff, but like where I'm gonna go, you can get down to Heber and get gas. I mean, gas is never that far away. I went pretty far from Evanston to here. And that over there is the Currant Creek Lake. You go up on this mountain in front of me. Currant Creek right here, and this section that I'm on is part of the BDR. So I'm going to record this and add this to the end of that BDR video, but this is the kind of stuff that you're looking at riding on. So from the other video, when I turned right, if I would have turned left, it's pretty much this kind of a road the entire way. So, from a difficulty, this is pretty rutted as well. Probably hearing my voice. From a difficulty perspective, this is not very difficult. So, any big bike, I mean, you could almost take a Harley on this. So I'm on the Currant today. Since we're out camping, that's my go-to throw it in the camping truck, like. And on this, crappy Currant suspension, these ruts are giving me a workout.
So wrapping up this day, this ended up being around a little over 8 hours of riding, but that was from my house to Evanston to start riding all of this stuff and then going from the Timber Lakes point back to my house. So this was a big single day ride for me, super pretty. Definitely recommend. I want to do some of the other BDR sections. There's a couple I can do as day rides like this, but hopefully this gives you a glimpse of what this is like in July. We do get a lot of thunderstorms in the late afternoons in July and August, so I would say earlier months are better. Maybe June, September, probably the best months to try this. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, enjoy the ride.